Right now, somewhere on Earth, two people are standing in front of a crowd making promises to each other. A wedding. Flowers, rings, vows, witnesses. It feels ancient, sacred, like something humans have always done. But here's a question nobody thinks to ask. Did ancient humans actually get married? Not the ceremony, not the dress, not the rings, but the idea itself. Two people choosing each other exclusively, permanently in front of their community. When did that start? And why? The answer reaches back further than civilization, and it changes everything we think we know about love, jealousy, and why humans pair up at all. Let's start with the problem marriage was designed to solve. Human children are expensive, enormously, unusually expensive. A lion cub can walk within hours. A foal can run within a day. A human baby is completely helpless for years. It needs constant feeding, constant protection, constant teaching. Raising one child to adulthood in the ancient world required more resources than one person could realistically provide alone, which meant humans faced a survival problem no other primate faced quite the same way. Children needed two people. But what would make a man stay? This is where marriage begins, not with romance. With evolutionary logics, biologists call it the pair bond. In most animal species, males mate and leave. The female raises offspring alone or with the help of the group, but human children take so long to raise that males who stayed, who protected, who provided, produced more surviving children than males who didn't. Over thousands of generations, staying became an instinct, protecting became an instinct, and the social agreement that made staying feel safe, that gave men confidence the children were actually theirs, became what we now call marriage. Anthropologists have found evidence of pair bonding in human communities going back at least 100,000 years. Not weddings, not ceremonies, but consistent social recognition of couples, the community acknowledging two people as a unit. A man and a woman identified as partners in the eyes of the group. That recognition mattered, because ancient life ran on reputation. What the tribe believed about you determined everything. Your access to food, your protection, your survival. But here's where things become uncomfortable. Early human marriage looked almost nothing like what we recognize today. Anthropologist Helen Fisher, who spent decades studying love and pair bonding across cultures, found that early human relationships were likely short-term by nature, not lifelong. Closer to 3 to 4 years, just long enough to raise one child through its most vulnerable period. Then couples might separate, find new partners, and repeat the process. Fisher calls this serial monogamy, and she believes it may be the original human mating pattern, not lifelong commitment, but repeated short-term pair bonds across a lifetime. Think about how strange that is. The thing humans now celebrate as forever may have originally been designed to last about as long as a toddler needs constant supervision. But cultures that developed agriculture changed this completely. Farming created something hunter-gatherers never had. Property. Land, animals, stored grain, accumulated wealth, and property created a new problem. Who inherits it? For the first time in human history, men had something worth passing down, which meant knowing who your children were became enormously important. Not just emotionally, economically, legally. Marriage in agricultural societies became stricter, more permanent, more controlled. Women's sexuality became regulated in ways that had never existed before, because inheritance depended on certainty of paternity. And this is where marriage stopped being about survival and started being about ownership. Ancient Mesopotamia, roughly 4,000 years ago, contains some of the oldest written marriage contracts ever discovered. Not love letters, contracts, legal documents specifying property, obligations, conditions for divorce. Ancient Rome had elaborate marriage laws. Ancient Egypt had marriage agreements. Every early civilization that developed complex property systems also developed complex marriage systems. Because the two problems were the same problem. How do you pass something valuable to the right person across generations? But here's what nobody talks about. For most of human history, you didn't choose who you married. Your family did, your tribe did, your community did. Marriage was too important a social and economic arrangement to leave to something as unpredictable as feelings. Love was considered, in many ancient cultures, a dangerous basis for marriage, something that made people irrational, something that got in the way of practical decisions. The idea that you should marry someone because you love them is, in historical terms, extraordinarily new. It barely existed before the 18th century. For most of human history, love was what you hoped might develop after marriage, not before. And despite everything, the instincts remain. Your brain still searches for a partner who will stay, still fears abandonment, still feels something ancient and wordless when someone chooses you in front of other people, still takes promises seriously in a way that goes deeper than logic. Modern humans date for years, write their own vows, choose their own partners completely freely, and still, somehow, a wedding feels significant in a way that is difficult to explain, because somewhere beneath the flowers and the rings and the carefully chosen words, your brain recognizes something it has always known. Two people choosing each other in front of witnesses is not just a ceremony. It is the oldest social technology humans ever invented, built not from romance, but from the ancient urgent need to answer one question. Will you stay?